There.
All right, we are live. Give me 1 second, and I'm going to make sure that we are in our group where we should be. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday Eve day. There we are. I see us. Awesome. All right. Happy Friday Eve day to everybody. Woo, I don't know about y'all, but we've had a lot going on at our house. And I was just telling Debbie, I got to get back in the saddle and get back together with you guys because I've missed you so much. And I absolutely love bringing you content every single week. So I'm glad to be back after, I think it was 2 weeks off. If you're catching this on Facebook, I want you to go to streamyard.com/Facebook and give StreamYard permission to use your name in the comments. Otherwise, it just says Facebook user, and I don't know who you are, and then I can't feel like I'm interacting with you personally. So do that for me. That would be awesome. And for Debbie too, because if you have questions, and you probably will from this training because she's amazing, I want you to pop those in the comments as we go along. And if you're on YouTube, say hello there. And if you have questions, YouTubers, post those in the comments on YouTube, and I will reach back out to Debbie to get you those answers. So I am so excited to have Debbie here with me today. Debbie Star Dybavec, is that how I pronounce it?
Yep, but I just go by Debbie Star. So much easier, right?
Yes. Well, and it goes with your logos and your branding and all that.
That's right. That's right. Yep.
So Debbie Star is here to help us all understand and fall in love with, she promises I will fall in love with, systems and automations that are going to help us grow our businesses with ease and take away all those worries and woes that we have when it comes to the tech. And you guys know I am all about building a business with ease. So I'm so excited she's here. But first, if you're new to me and I'm new to you, especially since I haven't been here for 2 weeks, I'm Tracy Beavers and I'm your business and sales coach. And I help entrepreneurs double their monthly income, get new clients consistently without paid ads. You can gain the income you want and grow your business with ease. It does not have to be a struggle. And when you coach with me, I give you a clear roadmap of action steps all laid out. My clients will tell you this. Very easy to follow, so you know exactly what you need to do every day so we can get to your goals together. And if that sounds good to you, if you're tired of feeling overwhelmed, trying to figure it out on your own, chasing all the shiny objects, reach out to me and set a free info call and let's connect. You can tell me what's going on and you'll know, and I'll know if we're a good fit for each other. So I want to highlight one of my private clients. Her name is Elena. She is amazing, you guys. She didn't know where to start with her new online business. She'd been doing private one-to-one in-person coaching, personal training, and nutrition up until this point. And she wants to break into the online space. I've got her mapped out with her offers, with her social media, so that we can work to get her launched. And she is making amazing progress. I'm so excited for her. And my Business Visibility Made Easy students are still killing it. We wrap up next week is our 8th week. It'll be our final week together. This program will be available again in September. They are gaining confidence going live on video. They're setting up their Facebook groups. They're gaining new clients, new audience members. They're networking. They're scheduling collaborations. They are growing their audiences. That is going to grow their income. So stay tuned on the doors opening for that in September so you can join us too. And if you're live here, send Debbie and I an emoji. Let us know that you're live. Throw a comment in the chat. And if you're here on replay, awesome. And again, replay, throw questions in the comments on Facebook, either on the business page or the Be a Confident Entrepreneur page. And I will, you can tag Debbie, you can tag me, and we will get your questions answered, even if it's tomorrow or over the weekend or next week. So let me introduce my friend, Debbie Star. And let me just say that she is one of the kindest, warmest ladies, not to mention the fact that she is so smart when it comes to breaking down tech systems and automations in a way that people like me, that's not my love language, I can understand when Debbie explains it to me. So I am so, so thankful that I was connected with her and that we have become friends. I'm pretty sure there's a reserved parking space in heaven for women like her who love tech and can explain it to the rest of us. So she helps coaches and course creators create their signature program so they can make more money in less time. Sounds like what I say when we build our businesses with ease. That I love that, Debbie. And so instead of following the latest craze, she teaches and implements her Goldilocks principle to design a business platform that works for your business, your style, your authentic way of building a business without all the worry and the woe that comes along with technology. And her goal is to help you get past all the strategy and implementation frustration and get that business going where it's easy for you to connect with your clients, generate leads on demand, grow your income, and have fun along the way. So she's going to help you with funnels, landing pages, opt-ins, email sequences, nurture sequences for your emails. She's going to review your copy. She's going to help you with your product ladder and your signature offer. Oh my gosh, Debbie, welcome. Is there anything that I missed?
Boy, that person sounds amazing. I want to sign up.
You want to hire her, right?
That's right. Well, thank you so much for such a beautiful intro. And I'm really happy to be here in your group. So I just wanted to pop in for a few minutes and talk about what I call the secret sauce of systems. Now, let me ask you a question. When you or your audience hears the word systems, what do you think? What do you feel?
I don't think or feel anything because my brain shuts off.
Exactly. Exactly. Because most people, they think it's something scary or it's got to deal with tech. It's too confusing. So we're going to do an experiment. All right.
Okay. Oh, go ahead.
On 3, I want you to tell me exactly where did you electronically file that last freebie that you downloaded. So 1, 2, 3. Can you tell me? In your email?
In my email folders.
Okay. All right. Well, at least you have an answer. A lot of times people, they just kind of give me that look like, I don't know.
Right.
So
it really depends though. If it's a really good one, like there was one I downloaded that was a podcast pitch form. And so I downloaded that, put it on my computer, and then I uploaded it into Trello in my podcast list.
Okay. Look at you.
Like I'm me doing stuff. And then I also took the email where she sent it and put it in the podcast folder on my Google email.
Okay.
So
perfect.
I do try to stay organized that way. I'm learning some things.
Yes. So what we're demonstrating is that is actually a system. In other words, everything connected with our business should have some kind of a system wrapped around it. And something as simple as, where do we save our freebies? Where do we save our documents that we create that we're going to, like we're going to create a new podcast and we have our little summary document. You should build a simple little system around all of that. And by a system, it basically, this is a back office system. So you just come up with a structure, a naming structure, a filing structure. So Tracy, you had mentioned you actually have a little system in place. So you're a systems girl and you didn't even know it. So woo-woo, high five for that.
You're doing stuff.
Yes. So when you're building a sustainable business, the only way that you're going to be able to do that is if you build these systems. And I tell people, basically, there's 5 major systems in your business. You have a lead gen system, a sales and delivery system, a client onboarding system,
right,
an offboarding system. And that's something that a lot of people miss. And then what I call your CEO systems. And that's all the back office stuff and the systems that allow you to bring on a team. All right. So sounds like a lot, but it doesn't have to be. You just take baby steps. So that first example, just learn to look at what you're doing in your business and think, you know what? If I'm going to do something more than once, create a little mini system around it. And then what happens is it eliminates decision fatigue.
Okay.
Once you make a decision, you don't have to think about it again.
Right.
So let me give you an example on like naming documents. For instance, I send out a weekly email to everyone on my list. I created in a document first. Where do I save those documents and what do I name them? I start all of my weekly email documents with WE, capital WEM, weekly email. All right. And then whatever the little topic is for that week.
Right.
I have a folder on my hard drive weekly emails. So you can see how simple it is. But
Yeah.
guess what? Next week, when I sit down to write my weekly email, I don't have to think. I don't have to decide what am I going to name this? Where am I going to put it? And guess what? In addition to eliminating that decision fatigue, it saves you a ton of time because you're no longer searching. What did I write last week? What did I write last month? Oh,
Right.
somebody asked me, remember that article you sent out 6 months ago? Hey, no problem. I know exactly where to go, how to find it, and all of that.
Right.
Right. So that's one example. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's dig a little deeper.
Yeah.
Another little experiment for you.
Oh boy.
Where do you put your keys, like your house key or your car keys?
And I did not know there was going to be a quiz today. All of you listening and watching.
So she's doing good. She got
waiting for Debbie to stump me.
So where do you put your keys?
They're in my purse.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to give you a half a point. Let's see if you get the full point.
Oh boy.
Do you have a specific place in your purse for your keys?
Generally at the bottom with the purse I have right now. If it has a pocket or something, depending on the purse I've got, because I'm pretty much an organized, like, the cell phone goes here, the Kleenex go there, the lipstick goes here. Some purses don't have a spot, so I just toss it in there. And fun fact, I leave the house in the car one time a week.
Oh, I know.
From home.
Isn't it wonderful to be able to work at home? Yes, definitely.
On Mondays, I leave the house. That's it.
So you just illustrated another good example about a system. You have a system. The keys always go in your purse. So it's probably automatic. You come in the house, the keys go in the purse. Well, a lot of people, regardless of what purse, the keys just get thrown in. And then guess what? Are you the person that's digging through your bag, dumping the bag out? Right. Where in the world did I? Now, some people, again, they create a system. Every purse usually has like an inside zippered pocket, or I actually keep my key on a little, is it like an S hook? I don't even know what you call it, with a little clip, because I got tired of digging through my bag looking for my keys, right? Yeah. So that is another example of a system in your personal life. But you can see, once you start looking at how you're living your life, how you're running your business, there's all kinds of systems. Right. But now let's talk about the difference between a system and a habit. A habit.
That's a good point.
Is something that we kind of fall into. So going back to the keys, it becomes a habit. You throw your keys in the purse. Right. But a habit does not always serve you well. All right. In the wintertime, I developed a habit of making my delicious buttery popcorn and sitting on the couch watching Netflix all night. Right. It was a habit.
A good habit.
It was like routine, but it didn't serve me well. All right. So the difference between a habit and a system is thought out. It is a meditated decision.
Okay.
So as you're growing your business, I want you to look, and even in your home life, I always say, if you're going to do it more than once, then make a decision in advance. You know what? Okay, every time I go on vacation, I do X, Y, Z. So I'm going to create a little system instead of a habit. So it makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
Right?
As you're talking, I'm like, I've got systems all over the place. Like, there's a way that I do the grocery list every week. I have a packing list for every trip that I literally just make a photocopy of, and I'll make all my notes on it, because if it's not on that list, I'm going to forget it. That's the other thing that I like about what you're saying, is that it is a set it and forget it, where you can get it all out of your brain and free up all that brain space and all that energy. Because if you're carrying all that around, then you don't have any room for anything else.
Exactly. So it eliminates the decision fatigue. It eliminates stress because then you know that you never have to worry about it.
Right.
So as we're building our business systems, I tell people think franchise because that's really what we want to do. Even if we know that we want our business, it will always just be a one person show. We're not trying to earn $1 million or anything like that. I still want you to think in the terms of a franchise. So let's pick my favorite coffee shop, Starbucks, right? So when you go into Starbucks, you never have to guess about the process.
Right.
From the moment you walk into the store or into the coffee shop, the way things are placed, the way you're greeted, the way they take your order, the menu that they follow for the drink, all the way until you leave.
Right.
Everything is set up in systems, right? And the reason that you want these systems is it allows you to be efficient.
Right.
It allows you to deliver the same high level quality of service.
Right.
It eliminates decision fatigue because, again, once you make that decision, you don't have to deal with it anymore. And that is how you can streamline and scale your business.
Got it.
Once you get these systems in place, you can scale your business. You can bring on a team member or a VA or something like that.
Right.
And these systems in place are what's going to give you that, allow you to deliver, I should say, that wow experience to your customers.
That's
so
right.
let me give you another example of this.
And for our business. Yeah.
This is a real life, one of my clients had this. She went to a new hairdresser and they got her all situated and everything. And then they delivered, she took a picture. It was absolutely beautiful. They delivered this tiny little tray that had this yummy hot cocoa, 2 or 3 little mints, a little stick with like face cream, and a warm washcloth.
Wow.
That was the onboarding experience that she had. So what do you think she did? She took a picture. She told all her friends. I mean, that is all over the world now.
Right.
Because of that onboarding experience.
Okay.
And what's interesting also is the back end system, it's automatic for these people. They know that, okay, when our clients come in, this is what we do. This is how we treat them. And so we're building that wow experience and giving our clients that they'll never get anyplace else.
Yeah. Right.
And because it's a system, you don't have to worry about, okay, so I have a new client. I wonder what I'm going to do today. No, you've decided ahead of time. It wasn't a habit. You decided what little onboarding system. And all of these things can grow. As your business grows, as your experience grows, you can add more things. But again, you create systems around it.
Yeah. Cool. Yes. What are some of your favorite platforms and things that you use to create the systems? Because I know I mentioned Trello. Obviously, a lot of people use Google Docs, the whole Google suite for folders and onboarding and offboarding forms for my clients. I have those now. I didn't have the offboarding one. It was funny when you said most people miss the offboarding. I missed the offboarding for months, and then I was like, oh, Tracy, what is happening? So. But tell us, what are some of your favorite things that you use that make your life easier?
Yeah, so that's a good question. And the key is, because we're all at different levels, technology wise and even business wise. So I tell people, start with what you're comfortable with. If you're not comfortable with technology, don't use technology. Hopefully you're comfortable at least with Google. Okay. So it's easy to create folders within Google. And Google Docs. I just tell people to document again, make the decisions and document it. So I use, quite honestly, with my one-to-one clients, I use a Trello board as my central hub. We use a Google folder, keep all the resources into that.
Right.
I mean, it's streamlined, low tech, very easy for my clients. Some people, even Trello they're not at that point yet.
Right.
So don't worry about it. Just use something simple that works for you and to try to document it.
Right.
And as far as the steps. And then as your business grows, then you'll need to bring in, some of the bigger guns, some kind of a all-in-one. I really recommend all-in-one marketing platforms. I support several. I support Go High Level / Funnel Gorgeous. Kartra is another one. Kajabi. When people come to me for recommendations, when they're at the point of picking a marketing system, I'll take a few minutes and first figure out what's going to serve them best, where they're at technology wise, where they hope to go. Because based on that, I might give, everybody's always like, oh no, Kartra's the best. Oh no, Funnel Gorgeous. Well, I disagree, because it depends on the person. They're all going to get you to the same place.
Right.
But it depends on what you need in your business and, how comfortable you are with tech and all of that kind of stuff.
I agree completely, because I chose Kajabi because other coaches that I followed and felt like were mentors to me were using Kajabi. All the courses I'd ever purchased were in there. I had not even heard of Kartra until right after I met you. And then I was like, oh, okay, Deb uses Kartra. And then, things like ConvertKit. There's so many email service providers out there. There's so many different platforms you can use to build a website. I love what you're saying, that you don't have one thing that you recommend only. It's not a one size fits all. I love that.
Yes, because, now, I mean, I'm a geek. I love technology. It's easy for me to learn it. But a lot of people that come to me, what I see is, just like you mentioned at the beginning, tech is not most people's love language. So it hurts my heart when I see someone invest so much time and money into a system. They're trying to learn how to become like a CSS programmer when they don't need to. It's like, you know what, let's look at a simpler system for you, because if you're just trying to do A, B, and C, you don't need the whole A to Z system.
Right.
So me personally, whenever I meet with people, and, I'll throw this out to all of your people, if they ever want just a quick little free tech call, we'll get on the phone. I'm not trying to sell them anything, and I'll just give them my best recommendations based on.
Yeah. And you did that for me. There was a time, I think it was over a year ago, when you and I connected through a mutual friend, because I was on the struggle bus with a funnel and getting the visual picture of how to build the business. Because, building a business in a brick and mortar space is to me, so much easier than building in the online space, because I can see it.
Yes.
I can see the cash register. I can see the counter. I can see the inventory. I can see the display. I can see the front door. I can see all of it. And I can't see the online stuff.
Yes.
And that's where my mind starts to go, what?
And part of that problem also is, in the online space, there's so many rabbit holes you can go down.
Yes.
You're constantly being, you hear about this, you hear about that. Well, let me try this. Let me try that.
Yeah.
And again, a marketing strategist will help you say, okay, these are the tools. This is where we're trying to go. And this is the best way to implement it. Right. And again, kind of going back to that franchise, if you bought a franchise, and that's what I tell people with their online business, you could actually set it up so that it could become either a franchise or you could sell it. But you need to have all of these back end systems defined, set up, documented, and all of that. Yeah. And then it truly is a little turnkey business.
Right. Right. So, oh my goodness. That's such good information.
So I have a little quote for us to think about. I know we're getting close to the end of our time. I don't want the buzzer to go off while I'm talking here, but
there's no buzzer.
There's a quote that I absolutely love, and it says, clutter means postponed decisions.
Love it.
So think about that. When we have clutter, whether it's physically on our desk, in our house, or in our business, that clutter is just telling us we need to make some decisions.
Yes.
And in our business, as we're building our business, let's first identify like those major systems, and then figure out, okay, what systems inside of that do I need to implement so that my business will run smoother, so that I'm not spending 5 hours a day trying to create my social media or whatever it is. Doesn't matter what it is. I can come up with a quick little system for you to streamline the process.
Right.
So think about that. Clutter is postponed decisions. And then to take it a step further, when you identify some of these clutter areas in your business, here's the simple way to kind of create a system. First, identify. So just like I said, pay attention. If you do something more than once, identify, hey, this could be a little mini system, right? And then make a decision, okay? And people postpone making decisions because they're afraid. Oh, well, what if this isn't the best way?
Right. What if it's not perfect?
Guess what?
I hear that a lot.
You get to go to version 1, version 2, version 3. You don't have to marry the decision.
No.
Make a decision.
Right.
Use it for 30 days and see if it serves you. If it doesn't, make another one. You're the CEO of your business, so you're allowed to do that.
Right.
So identify the pattern, make a decision around that activity or task, and then write down the steps. Get a piece of paper out, even if it's high level. Okay, when I create my YouTube thumbnail videos, this is what I do. A, B, C, D.
Right.
End of story. And then you actually type it out. If you're really gung-ho, you could create a quick little video. And guess what? You've now written what they call an SOP, standard operating procedure. And then you can hand that task off.
Right.
And then you're on your road to scaling your business.
Right. Love it. Yeah. I was just thinking about in my business, I may be at the point where I need to start doing some SOPs. So that's interesting.
Yes. Yes. And the easiest way is, especially if you have a VA working with you or you're going to hire one, what I tell people is skip over writing down the steps, just create a video.
Yeah.
So for instance, the task of creating a thumbnail, the thumbnail images for your YouTube, create a little video, give them some examples of what you like, have the VA or your team member do it, then you check it, make sure, oh no, I didn't, I want you to do this instead of that. Have them create the second video explaining the process.
Yeah.
Once everything is good to go, then you have them write the steps.
Nice.
So then the VA is actually creating the SOPs for you.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Awesome.
So just to kind of wrap things up, systems are the secret to build and grow your business. And systems are not scary, right? We all have systems, but let's put the systems in place that serve us and help us grow our business.
I love that, Debbie. That's so, and I love the other thing that you said about just make a decision, because you don't have to be married to it, but you have to start somewhere.
Yes.
So you gotta jump in the swimming pool and start swimming, and then you'll figure it out. Because I have found this in my own business. If I just get started, that's when I start getting the clarity. If I get into action, I get the clarity, and then I can change and tweak. And and I'm not stuck. I'm not married to it. I'm not stuck with it. You know, a lot of times we think when we're making a decision that it's an all or nothing thing, and it's not. So I love that you mentioned that as well.
Yes.
Where can everybody find you? And if they want to do the free tech call with you, what's the best way to do that?
So they can, probably the easiest thing, they don't even have to remember anything. Just send me a DM, a direct message, Debbie Starr. We can put my link in the comments below also, and just reach out to me. That's the easiest way. I'll put my website if you want. Let's just have a little chat.
Love it. So I'm going to check the comments really fast. I see Jackie is here. Jackie is my friend in St. Louis. Jill's here with us. She's my assistant. She's amazing. Hey. And then I have a lot of people that are listed as Facebook users, so I don't know their name. Somebody did ask the question about Trello.
Okay.
So in Trello is spelled Trello. It is an organizational system. I like to visualize it like if you had a big bulletin board in front of you and you have note cards on it or sticky notes on it, and you're able to move things around and make lists. That's in my mind what I visualize Trello like. So yes. Jill and I both have Trello boards for different things. We have a board for this Facebook group. We have a board for my Instagram and LinkedIn content. We have a board for my Business Visibility Made Easy program, so that we have a place to store all of those ideas that we come up with. And like I mentioned, I have a list for podcasts, the podcasts that I've applied to, and I have that podcast pitch checklist in there as an attachment so I can find it if I ever want to. So that's what Trello is all about, and it is free. So you might check that out. Somebody says, I'm so stressed about technology. I'm creating my website on Kajabi and my group coaching content, and I'm so stressed. You need to reach out to Debbie.
Yes, absolutely. Don't stress.
Yes, don't stress. Don't stress. There are some times in our business that we need to not only ask for help, but hire help.
Yes.
And tech is one of those things that I do. Jill is my assistant for a multitude of things. She saves me so much time. And I had to work up to get to that point, but I realized that the time I got about 80% of the way through Kajabi by myself. And I can navigate Kajabi by myself. But at some stage, I'm like, I don't really love this part of my business. And so that's why I have somebody that helps me with it as well. So,
and let me just mention this. It doesn't have to be an all or nothing. So there's a lot of coaches out there, I mean, myself included. Sometimes maybe you just need a jump start kind of tutoring session.
Yeah.
So you might be able to hire a coach for 1 or 2 hours and give you a jump start.
Yes.
Or, hire somebody to build out the back end. Whatever it is, there's different layers. And because the bottom line is, it's just like you said, if you calculate how much your hours are worth, even if you're just starting in business,
right?
If it's going to take you 40 hours to do something,
right?
Calculate how much is that costing you, not only in your value and wage, but in potential client wages that you've lost.
Right.
That's what
stress and the overwhelm.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Love it. So I hope these tips have helped you guys. I don't see any more questions. Somebody did say, thank you so much, Debbie and Tracy. Great information. Well, Debbie gets most of the credit because she is the expert in this arena. But I hope, as always, I say this, I hope that this information has helped you. I want to know what you think. I want to know what you'd like to learn more about, hear more of. It is always my goal to be of value to you and be of service. And, I say this every week, do not go it alone. Being an entrepreneur is freaking hard. It is a roller coaster. Sometimes you feel like you know exactly what you're doing, and other days you are like, what is my name? And if you think you are the only one who feels that way, you are not. Trust me. It doesn't matter if it's your day one or your day, your 30th year being an entrepreneur. We all have days where we feel like that. And Debbie, I want you to tell us again, like you said, send a DM. What is your website? What are some things that you've got going on that you might want people to know about?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, actually, and I'll post it in the group if it's okay. Yeah. I'm involved in, it's called, let me get the name right, Boost Your Business Bundle. And it's a giveaway. If you've never participated in one of these, what it is you just sign up for it and you get access to all of these quote unquote free things. Now, let me tell you about this particular one. I had to be vetted. I had to like go through the interview process. They are not giving away just freebie junk. We are giving away actual paid products.
Nice.
And you get it for free. And so this particular Boost Your Business bundle, I'll put the link. You can sign up for it. And then starting Monday is when you can start grabbing all of your goodies. So all of the different areas of your business, there's going to be at least a dozen tools that you'll be able to benefit from.
Nice.
And in that one, speaking of Trello, I'm actually gifting what I call my famous funnel builder Trello checklist.
Nice.
So all of the million steps that you go through building your funnels, I've created checklists in this Trello board. So that's going to be my my gift in that. So we'll put the link and you can sign up for that. My webpage is starconsulting.net. 2 R's for the star, and or just reach out, send me a DM also.
Love it, Debbie. Thank you so much.
Yes,
and you guys know that I've got tons of free resources for you as well. There are so many great things you can grab for free. Definitely get that business bundle that Debbie's going to post about. And if you want more business strategy, guidance, ideas to grow your income, check out the guides tab of the Facebook group. You can go to tracybeavers.com/resources and grab whatever free resources I have as well. But reach out to me, set an info call if you'd like to have some help and some guidance getting a marketing strategy down. Maybe all you need is a laser focused 90-minute session with me to get a couple of things off your plate and get moving in the right direction like Debbie and I talked about. I want you to have a great balance of the week and weekend. And I want you to remember that when one of us rises, we all rise. So we have got to keep cheering each other on. So thank you so much, Debbie.
Yes, thank you. And thanks for everybody that watched. And I'm around. Just reach out.
Love it. And I'll see you guys next week.
Okay.